So, dear children, please try this question. All of you start. So, this I is basically representing the loop variable and n is the element to be searched. And A is what? This A is the array holding the list of the elements. And after writing, only write the function. Only write the function. And after writing the code, please post the code in chat box. Okay, Shikhar, I'm checking. Okay. So first of all, children, be careful while you are trying to identify the base case, because in any recursive function, the most important thing is the base case. Hurry up fast. Shekhar, your code is correct. Shekhar, convert the same method for counting the frequency of a given element in a integer array. Anybody else? Prerna Lakhmani, Aaron, Varun Gupta, Aman Sharma. Beta, please. Nishant Aditya. Okay, it's correct, Shikhar, it's correct. Sanvi, beta, where is the code? Okay. Divyansh Verma, code. Tejas Verma, but on the screen, this is the question of just searching an element using linear search. It is a recursive function and there are three parameters. But anybody else? Okay. It is linear search, right? Okay. But your base case is if I is equals to a dot length minus size minus one. You cannot write a like this and you the parameter which you have passed that is also not correct. So I is equals to a dot length will be the base case because when it reaches a dot length minus one, then it's okay. It will continue for one more step. Okay. And the last return statement after else is also not correct. I think you forgot how to write the body of the recursive function. So it it needs a lot of practice. So please practice. Vasu Sumit said, provide me with the code. Please hurry up. Devasprit Tripathi. Yes, yes. Dhruv Srivastav, beta code. Shreya Agrawal is here today. Iman Datta, beta code. Okay, now children, I'm just going to provide you the code. So first of all, you must see that the base case. So base case will be if I reaches a dot length. It simply means element not found because in between if there was the element we would have returned from the function body. So this is the base case and it is very important. Else if a of I matches with the element, it means we got the element. So in that case we need to return the index number at which we got the element. So when this condition is true, immediately the control will leave the function body. And then this is another condition when element is not there. So else we need to return the name of the function, passing this array, the element, and increment the value of I by 1. This is what the body of the function else search. So in case any doubt, then please tell. Children, please tell if you have any doubt, any confusion. Divyansh Verma, Dev Upadhyay, Varun Gupta. Any confusion, beta? Prerna, any confusion? Okay, now we need to convert this function to just count the frequency of a given element n in a integer array using linear search method. So what changes are needed? What changes are needed? Vasu Sumit said, beta this time you, please tell me, where are the changes are required in this case? The base case will not change because it is totally based on linear search method. Second will change. What to write here? 1 plus, not I plus, 1 plus. Every time 1 will get added whenever element is encountered. And the name of the function, L search. Then what to do? Yes, this is what we have to do. And if element is not there, then the rest of the things will be exactly same. Okay. Okay, now children, one more recursive function you have to write. Write a recursive function to search uh, a given element in an integer array, this time using binary search method. Assume that the array is in ascending order. Now this time the prototype also will change. And here the prototype will become B search. This is the array. This is the low index. This is the high index. And this is the element to be searched. So please try, children. Please try. So children, the easiest way of writing any recursive function is, first of all, we always try to write the code without recursion. After that, our task becomes easier. And I hope that you people remember what is binary search. If not, please tell. Please tell if not. Atindro. Atindro. Children, I am writing non-recursive method of binary search. This is the array, this is the element. And here we will be needing some variables. One is low, another is high. And here, this is the mid. So how long it will go? While low is less than or equals to high, if you people remember. And the loop will terminate when the value of low becomes more than high. And within this, we need to convert low plus high by 2. And if array of middle is more than the element to be searched, that is n. So here's this high will be middle minus 1. Else if array of the middle is less than the element to be searched, then this low will be middle plus 1. Else just declare one flag variable here if it is required. And here simply write break. And now after this, what we need to write is return. If the value of f is still 0, return minus 1, otherwise return middle plus 1. This is the code. And if you people have not understood, then please tell me. But any problem with this code? Atindro, are you there? Atindro Roy Chaudhary. Sarthak, but any doubt with this code? I'm just going, yes, beta. Yes. Okay, children, okay, Shikhar, I will see that. But before that, I would like to just explain our children the main logic. I think they don't remember now. Children, these are the elements which are in ascending order, and these are the index numbers. And at present, the low index is 0 and the upper index is 5. The size of the array is 6. So while this low is less than or equals to high, this array has been divided in 3 parts. If you find the middle, that is 0 plus 5 by 2, so you will see that this is the middle. And this middle has divided this array in 2 parts. One is this part, which is the lower segment, and another is this part, which is the upper segment. So there are three parts. The first part is the middle itself. The second is the lower segment, and the next one is the upper segment. So suppose we are going to search 20, what will happen? At present, middle is 2 and array of the middle, this 30 is there. So 30 is compared with this 20. So in this case, you can see that array of the middle, which is 30, is more than 20. So it simply means the upper segment is useless because we will not be able to get the element there. So what will happen? High will become middle minus 1. High will come here. Now this high pointer will start representing this index number 1. And now here this high pointer becomes 1. Now again, if you try to find out the middle, which is 0 plus 1 by 2, which is 0. 1 by 2 is 0 in integer. That's why it simply means that this is the middle. And if this is the middle and rest of the segment, middle and upper segment, we have already ignored. So there are 2 elements which are now the part of the logical array in which we are searching. So there is no left segment, but there is only one element in the upper segment, this one. And the element which we are searching is more than this element at the middle, because this 10 at present is at middle. So what will happen? Low becomes middle plus 1, so low also reaches here at 20. And next time when you try to find out the middle, which is 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 1. So element found at the middle. This is all about binary search. If you are searching any other element, the things will change accordingly. So I hope you all know this binary search. If not, then please tell me. Beta, please tell. Divyansh Verma, understood? Divyansh, Aditya Vikram Singh, Aditya Vikram Singh, Aman Nigam. So children, if you have written this code, you need to convert this code into the recursive code. Shikhar, I'm just checking your code. Wait, beta. Shikhar, your code is okay. It's correct. Okay, now children, we need to convert that into recursive code. So just consider the same code which is written above. So how many variables are needed? We have already got low and high. What we need a variable mid, and every time we need to find out the middle index, which is low plus high upon 2. So first of all, we need to identify the base case. So what is the base case? Children, if you see this condition, the loop will go till low is less than or equals to high. So when it will terminate, it simply means that it will terminate only when low becomes more than high. So here the base case will become, if low becomes more than high, it means element not found, immediately return -1. No need to search. So whenever the base case becomes true, the control leaves the function body. And after that, you need to search with this condition, where array of the middle, you can see that array of the middle is more than n. So it means high pointer will change. So just write the code for that. So return B search, the array, low pointer will not change, high pointer will change, that is middle -1. You can see here, high is middle -1, that's why I am changing this middle -1 here, so that this high variable can receive middle -1 in the next function call. Else if array of the middle is less than n, it simply means that low pointer will change and that becomes middle +1, and this time high pointer will not change. If none of the cases are true, it simply means we got the element. So element is always there at middle +1 index number. So children, this is all about the binary search. So if you people have not understood, then please tell me. Please tell. Class 12th, Shrey Srivastav. Shrey Srivastav, any problem with the code? Okay. So this is how, children, we can perform binary search. Okay, now one more question I'm just giving you, that is of bubble sorting. So write a recursive function to arrange the elements of an integer array using bubble sorting method. And use the following given prototype, that is void sort. This is the array, and here we need two variables. Children, these are the looping variables. If you don't remember the code of bubble sorting, please let me know, children. I hope everybody knows the method of bubble sorting. Bubble sorting is the process of arranging the elements in which the adjacent elements are compared, and if they are not in order, then these elements are swapped. And the non-recursive code goes like this. This non-recursive code goes like this. So if a of j is more than a of j plus 1, I'm talking about these adjacent elements. And if they are not in order, then swap these elements. The code will be like this. Remember this a dot length minus I minus 1. This is very important. So children, please write the code. Any problem, then tell. Beta, please tell if you have any doubt, any issues with bubble sorting. So first of all, we need to identify the base case. And what will be the base case here? Shikhar Maheshwari, what will be the base case? Yes, definitely. Children, when this outer loop terminates, the whole process will get stopped. So it simply means that the base case will be dependent on the outer loop. And when this outer loop will terminate whenever the value of I reaches a dot length. So the base case will be if I equals to a dot length, then return. Then stop sorting or stop arranging. Yes, anybody else? If you have any doubt, then please ask. Nikhil Dulani. Here, first of all, we need to write the base case. So base case is when this loop terminates. And when it will terminate only when the value of I reaches a dot length. So if this is the case, immediately return. Why I am writing only return? Because the return type is void. The return type is void. It simply means I cannot return the value along with the control, but only the control. Okay. Now what is the next case? Nikhil Dulani, next case, please tell me. Sanvi Singhal, what will be the next case, beta? Next condition. Else if j equals to a dot length minus I minus 1, this will be the base case. This will be the condition. Minus I minus 1 is very important. And when this condition becomes true, then what happens? When this happens, it simply means the J loop will terminate, I will get incremented, I loop will proceed. So here return sort a I plus 1 comma 0. This is what? Because it simply means when J terminates, I will get incremented by 1 and again J will start. And now the time is to just compare the element that will come to the else part. Nikhil Dulani, are you there? But would you please tell me the rest of the part? What to do with this code? What to do with this code? Please tell. We need to compare. Here, just see this code. It is aj is more than aj plus 1. We need to write this only. We need to write if a of j is more than a of j plus 1, if this is the code. If this is the case, then we have to do something. And that is here. We need to write this much. And if this is the case, we need to swap. and that swapping is like this: if a of j is equals to a of j plus 1 and a of j plus 1 is equals to t, swapping done. And after this, what to do? Here we need to just call the function again. After comparing, we need to, because j loop is still going, so return sort a comma I will not change, only j plus 1 will happen. This is the code with bubble sorting. This is the code with bubble sorting. If you have any doubt, then please tell. If any doubt, then please tell. Children, writing a recursive function is a skill, and you need to develop this skill. I'm just telling you why. Because after class 12th, when you reach college, and there if you are going with this subject, definitely these things will, if you are strong in these areas, definitely you will leave an impression. And that really counts. So it needs a lot of practice, and in class 11th, I think that we discussed so many questions, more than 30, if I am not wrong. So children, one question I am giving you for assignment, and that question is, write a recursive function for selection sorting. And in that also we need 3 parameters, and these are the parameters: wide sort, the parameters will be same. एक second. The parameters will remain same. Children, again I repeat, start making computer project, please. We will not extend the date, I'm just telling you. And after that, before 10th November. And after that, we will not be entertaining anybody. And in the coming Sunday, on the coming Sunday at 9 a.m., there will be a live class for assisting you people, so that you can make your projects properly. Yes, 25, not more than 25. And I think 25 quality programs you all have. And try to cover all the topics. If anybody is having any query regarding the project, you can ask. And now I'm just providing you the link of the Google form so that you can mark your attendance. So if you people have any doubt, any query regarding the project, regarding recursive functions, you can ask. And if anybody from you want to learn any topic, then also you can tell us that, sir, you in this topic you are having problems, issues. So please mark your attendance. Yes, children, if you want to ask anything, please tell.